Hey, this is Jason Creel. I wanted to share with you an update on my lawn business, Alabama Lawn Pros. I started this year in January, and I think it was as of August the 5th, I reached my 100th customer. And so it took about 7 months to get to 100 customers. And I don't share that to pretend that that's some kind of new record for the first year, because I don't believe that at all. But I do share it to give you hope that if you're thinking about starting a lawn business, or maybe you're new in the business, to show you that, hey, you can, in the first year, pick up a significant amount of customers, even though it's more challenging the first year. But anyway, I just thought that might be encouraging to some. And my second year goal is to reach 300 customers, in which I hopefully I can get a little head start on that and pick up a few more this year. So now let me give you a couple things about that. I mean, one, 100 customers in weed control and fertilization, which is what I'm primarily doing with a little bit of mowing. I think it's easier to pick up customers in the spraying and weed control, but I think mostly because there's not as much competition, and so that's one advantage. It's a little bit easier. Two, I think too, as I've emphasized in other videos, you have to have a lot more customers in the weed control and fertilization. So even though 100 customers may sound like a lot, and if I was mowing lawns, there's no way I could, or at least I don't think I could handle that many by myself. Where spraying, I mean, honestly, I could triple that and still handle it by myself. So, so you know what I'm saying, 100 customers mowing, if you're mowing them weekly or every other week, spraying, I'm spraying them 6 times a year. So it is a different game. Anyway, so just wanted to put that in there as well. I think the main point is that, hey, and I've tried to emphasize this before, but that in the lawn business, there's so many things to learn, but getting customers, in my opinion, is the most important, or at least one of the most important things you can learn. And you see that in examples of businesses, and I know if you pay attention, there's businesses, I'm sure, in your area that you think their quality of work's not that good. You know, I mean, people complain about them all the time, and yet they have tons of customers. So why is that? Well, they obviously know how to get customers. Now, like I've said, I'm not emphasizing at all or encouraging that you should go out and lessen your quality of work and just focus on getting customers. But the point is, once you learn how to get customers, yeah, it solves so many problems. Let me give you an example. Let's just say you're mowing yards and you have, you know, the engine blows up in your mower, which, you know I've had that happen at least 3 times. It's usually around $2,000 when that happens. Well, if you're, you know, barely getting by and the engine blows up, you know, the $2,000 stings any way you look at it. But if you're barely scraping by and don't have many customers and don't have a lot of income coming in, then it stings a whole lot more than if you really built up your clientele and you have a lot of cash flow to absorb the, you know, the cost. And so it just, customers equals money, and the money is able to hide and cover and fix a lot of the problems with the business. You know, if you don't have the cash flow, it just makes you basically have to have everything go perfect to make money. Where if you're making, you know, have more customers, more cash flow, you can absorb an employee issue or equipment issue, or, you know, just different things that go wrong. Losing the customers, not that big a deal, because you know you're gaining way more than you lose. So if this is anything, it's to re-emphasize the need and the focus on getting more customers. Now, something I've learned, you know, during the spring of the year, which is primarily when I get the customers, you know, one of the key things I did was go out and build relationships with guys who were mowing lawns, you know, and I'm primarily doing the spraying, and so building those relationships, really, they started sending me customers. I gave them a $50 referral fee for sending me customers. So that was really key, and, you know, they still occasionally send me some through the summer, but particularly in the spring. The other thing was getting my website up, having a nice looking website, and getting ranked highly on Google. I think I'm up to number 2 on Google in my local area. And so that has allowed me to pick up customers, in the middle of the summer. Unfortunately, I was not ranked as high on Google in the spring when all the customers, were flooding in. And so I kind of missed that wave this year, though I hope to gain those next year. But what I've seen is there's just a steady flow of, not a lot during the middle of summer, because that's not when people are necessarily looking to change lawn care companies, most people. But I'm still getting an occasional person who's moved in from out of town. They Google lawn care company. Here I come up, and they come out and get a quote. I just got one the other day. He's moved in from another state. I'm spraying his yard and mowing his yard. So you pick up those kind of customers. They're not from here. They don't know anybody. They just use the internet. So the importance of my website, landing me customers, and the importance of building those relationships with other people who send me business. Another one I got is a relationship with a guy who does mosquito spraying. I don't do that. He doesn't treat lawns, and so we've developed a friendship, and to where hopefully we're gonna be able to send each other business. And so just things like that. But those are two things I've really emphasized more so this year, is relationships with other people who can refer business, and my website, picking up leads that way. So anyway, 7 months, 100 customers. Honestly, I'm very thankful, and I think this year's went about as good as possible. And yet, it's the first year I'm basically in survival mode. I've detailed out in another video what I do to make it in the first year, including mowing lawns 1 or 2 days a week myself, working for another company another day a week, mowing lawns with him. So things like that to supplement my income. And hopefully next year, I can cut back from working with the other guy, hopefully not at all. And then by year 3, hopefully look to hire someone. So anyway, I hope this has helped. Hope it's encouragement to you. Would love your comments. Thanks.